Chad here. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out the video. Lots going on this week and just a really crazy time right now. We just wrapped up the end of the November cycle of scribe delivery, so a little quiet on the business front right now. As many of you know, I am a coach on a youth football team. I've been doing that this is my third season now. And we are heading to the Super Bowl. I don't think you can say Super Bowl. We're heading to the Frisco Bowl. So we are heading to the championship game. Super excited about that. The fall is so busy because of football and work, and it just seems like there's so little time for anything else. So that's it makes making videos hard, and we do the best we can, but it's this is it. This is the last week. I'm so excited and super proud of the boys that we coach, and we're the championship was the goal this year. We almost made it last year, and so we're just really excited to now get the opportunity to play in this game. Undefeated season, going into the championship, playing another team that's undefeated. So it's going to come down to the championship, and it's going to be a tough game. So hopefully next week we'll give you an update and we'll have some good news. But it's going to be a tough week, and it's going to be busy, but pretty excited about it. A lot of you were asking why we bought a Model X, and I think it's a fair question, especially since from earlier videos that we were looking at Model S's, and we're leaning towards a used Model S. We ended up going with a new Model X, so I've gotten a lot of questions on why, and it's a tough question to answer. So let me throw out the basics first. We wanted to get in on the tax credit while it was still available, so that was pretty big. We wanted to get in on free supercharging while it was still available, so that was another part of it. So those were two sort of building blocks on which our decision stood. I had test drove a Model X. That video's back there somewhere. My test drive was great. I really fell in love with the Model X at that point. The Model X was the Tesla that I had the most experience with at the time. We've got a 3-year-old, coach football. We're carrying a lot of stuff around. We run this business. We needed some cargo space, which of course the Model X doesn't have a ton of cargo space overall, but it has more than we had. So we just kind of weighed all of those options together, and that is what sort of led us to the Model X more and more. We found a couple used Model X's that we really liked. Didn't end up working out with either of them. One didn't have a couple of the features we wanted. The other, I think, was a little more than we wanted to pay at the time. I think it was up in like the 120, 130 range or something like that. As we looked more and we looked more and we looked more, just kept coming back to that Model X. So then, we finally decided, well, if we're going to do it, let's do it. Let's get an order in. We came down to the deadline for what we thought was going to be the end of free supercharging, the original deadline back in July, I believe. Waited as long as we could and finally put a deposit down and hoped for the best from there. It took a long time to get our Model X. We had some amazing challenges in getting the Model X, and I've got a video coming up for you about that in particular. I think that there's some fun stuff in there that you're probably gonna get a big kick out of. That's the next video, is the challenges we had in ordering our Model X. Overall, it was a tough process. Actually choosing what we were gonna buy and actually going through with it. I've never been a car person. I've never spent a ton of money on cars. So just the actual act of buying the car was a real challenge, and it took a real mental block that I had to get over to be able to do it. We sat there and we stared at the deposit screen for probably 24 hours before we finally did it. We made the decision, we made the leap. Super happy with our choice at this point. Really excited that we have this Model X and that we're still, that it's worked out as well as it has. We had it for almost all football season, and it's been great for football. It's been great for taking the kid around. You know, the stuff that we do, you know, sort of weekend type stuff, you know, sort of housewife, husband type stuff. Model X works great for. It's an amazing grocery store vehicle. We didn't expect that. Just getting around town, it's great. The biggest issue we have with it is that we fight over who's going to drive it every day. I guess that's what you can expect. She drives it a lot more than I do at this point. Man, it's been so much fun. So yeah, that's all the little things coming together. It made sense for us to go for it and to pick up a Model X. It was a big decision. I can't imagine, you know, anyone just willy-nilly making that decision. There were a lot of elements that worked out for us, you know, sort of financially and where we were at and what we needed. So those things all worked out. It's not a car that I would recommend buying if you're, you know, like Fringe can afford it. You know, you're buying so much more than just a vehicle in this case. You're buying, I would say, a lifestyle is part of it. You're buying features, you're buying technology, you're buying into the future to some degree. So, you know, it was a tough choice, but we're super happy we made it. It's been great so far. We're going to tell you a little bit about the process of buying it next week. But yeah, so for all of you that have asked, that's why we ended up going away from the used Model S and into a new Model X. So thank you guys so much for watching and checking out the channel. It means so much to me. Thank you to everyone who leaves comments and likes. Be sure to comment and like. Appreciate it. Can't wait to meet more of you down in the comments. If you haven't subscribed yet, click that subscribe button. Click that bell so you don't miss any videos. New videos every week. They're coming. We got a lot of fun stuff planned. I'm super excited. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.